Yeah, great cowboy today. What's up, fellas? We are 4 days away. Here we are. What's up, Wednesday? Yeah, the Cowboy Huddle back in full effect. 4 days away before we kick off, baby. Yes, sir. Here we are. What's up, Wednesday? What's up, Wednesday is going down. So, what's going on, fellas? How y'all doing today?
Man, I'm great. I cannot wait. It's only a few days away. And shoot, I got Bama on Saturday, bro. I got Bama on my mind, too. Like, forget it.
You got Bama, man. You got Bama. So listen here, man. Here we are, man. What's up, Wednesday? We want to say what's up to all the subscribers and all those that follow us. We want to give thanks for you, because without you, we would not be where we are today. So let's give it up for our subscribers and followers. Yeah, buddy. And as we get started, we got to bring our main man, last but not least, Mikey mic'd up in the house. What's up, Mikey?
What's going on, guys?
Come on,
it's
man.
Upon us. It's upon us. It's upon us. I love the hat. I appreciate the vibe. You're looking fly. All right, boys.
Yeah, man. Here we are, man. We are getting ready to get into it, man. We have, bro, again, like I say, man, we have actually came up with so much information and news and rumors and updates about our Cowboys to get us to where we are today. So, man, I am so excited. But before I get started, man, I gotta introduce these guys that's on this panel with me, these heavyweights. And right next to me is allow me to buddy in sports, Ruse in the house. And right below him is our guy, Dallas Cowboy, former Texas native, now Denver, Colorado native, aka the big fella. Yeah, here we are. So let's get some of these comments up here real quick before we get in any further, because we got to give it up to our Cowboys Corner's in the house. What's up, Cowboy Corner? Yeah, who else we got in here? Let's see who we got in here. Cowboy Beige 22, Deuce Duke is in the house. All right, that's what's up. I think everybody's excited. And there go our faithful one, Ivan Sosa. That's Ivan Sosa sound like one of them back in the day wrestlers. Y'all remember back like Ivan Sosa? That's a superhero name. Mikey, there he is. Cowboys calling you out. Raymond
My
Sosa.
dog.
Yeah, Cowboy Nation, we are here. Yes, sir, we are there. Yes, sir. So, with that being said, before we go any further, I have to give a big shout out to our social media groups, and we definitely got to give a big shout out to them. I want to say a big thank you to who we got. We got Dallas Cowboys on deck, Cowboys fan 365, We Them Boys, Dallas Cowboy Insiders. So yeah, these are our social media groups that actually share our content inside their group. So let's give it up for them. Give it up to our guys. Give it up to the other guys. Come on now.
As well as the Hard Hitter Movement, One Star One Family, 520 Boys, 505 Boys, Blue Star Family, the SCDC, which is the Southern California Dallas Cowboys Fan Club. I don't know if I said Blue Star Dynasty. It's over 13 clubs that are tuning in, and we thank you for your time tuning in, not to just the Cowboys Nation podcast. This is not just Cowboys Nation. This is the America's Team podcast, the Cowboys Huddle. Remember that.
Yeah. Y'all see, I'm fired up. But now listen, before we got to go any further, you know what we got to do, man. We got somebody that's in the background. We got to give it up. We got to give it up. So let me put them out there. Here we go. And now, coming to you live, all the way from El Paso, Texas, with 555 million followers on TikTok. Yeah, that's right. It's our guy. 21 Armando 21. Give it up.
What's going on, y'all? How about the Cowboys, baby?
That
time, man. It's that time.
What's up?
Man, it's that time. It's that time of year. You know, we here. It's like we're getting an early Christmas present.
There's Luis right there.
Luis, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Now, who he's a part of? Mikey?
SCDC.
He's the Southern. It's such a long acronym. It's the Southern California fan club, Dallas Cowboy fan club. That's the president right there. I would love to see him in Arizona, but he's gonna be at that Charger game if you guys are going. But thank you for following. Keep sharing our content. Thank you. Keep blowing us up.
Man, we appreciate you. St. Louis Joe in the house, man. St. Louis Joe in the house. Yeah, y'all figuring now. I'm playing the part tonight, y'all, because I am fired up. We have the line. He's been in the cage all preseason. He's been chomping at the bits. He's been tearing up the cages, been giving our quarterback hell, our running back hell, our lineman hell, Tyler. He's been giving everybody hell. So now we're about ready to take the lock off the cage, fella. So, yeah. So here we are, man. Let's get ready to get on into this. So, we are 4 days away. Now, I want to show y'all something. And, you know, y'all see how fired up I am. I'm fired up. But before we get started, I got to get the big fella. Big fella, the cat got your tongue. What's going on, baby? Let's hear something from you today real quick.
Say, man, you know how I was feeling your vibe. You know, you was Memphis Buck or whoever you are, you know, from...
I'm a Dallas Cowboy. What you talking about?
Man, I saw you pull out your outfit from the Black Rodeo of Juneteenth and everything. And I'm
always there, brother.
I'm appreciating everything that you're pulling off tonight, and I just wanted the audience to marinate, you know, and just feel the cowboyness of G tonight. You know, if I know we was going full-fledged cowboy, you know, I would have had my hat on, man. And had me a tumbleweed straw or something in my mouth, and you know,
get this thing started.
Hey, man, hey, I'm just appreciating it, man. Shout out to St. Louis Joe. Just sent me a text. He got us on the big screen at his house, man. You know how it is.
Yes, sir. 2 weeks, Bubba. 2 weeks,
bro. All the way from Texas.
But you know, man, you know, this is an exciting week, man. It's nothing like opening weekend in the NFL. We start tomorrow night, okay? But the main show is Sunday night.
Come on now.
Sunday night.
Okay. Come on, they don't understand.
Hey, because it's only one America's team. Because you know they put the Cowboys on Sunday night for one reason and one reason only. Chris Collinsworth said if it was up to NBC, the Cowboys would play on Sunday night every Sunday.
Come on now,
we get the ratings. We get them. So, hey, man, NBC is excited, America is excited, and the Cowboy Huddle is ready. Let's go,
right,
baby.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Here it is.
Hey, to touch on that, Chris. Your teams are just a part. We the show. There's 3 sports networks on TV, and we could play TV roulette, and we could put it on one of those networks right now, and there's going to be a star on the screen and them yapping out their mouth about our team. So y'all are part of the league. We the show. Remember that,
fellas. This is a true story. I'm gonna tell you guys. For the longest time, like when I'm growing up, I didn't know there was other teams. Like my godfather introduced me to the Dallas Cowboys, and that's who we was watching. Just like I tell people, I didn't know that other cities didn't watch the Cowboys. I knew we always watched them. Yeah, we got them on the local network, but I didn't know that other cities didn't. So for growing up, it was just Cowboys, and that's all I saw. You know, so you know, shout out to the other teams, but how about them Cowboys, baby?
How about them Cowboys?
So y'all know I'm fired up. So I got to share this with you. I got a video. I got to share this with y'all, and I know everybody wants to see this, but I think Dak is feeling how I'm feeling. Okay, so let's get into this. See if I can pull this up real quick. I'm gonna share this with y'all, and I'm thinking me and Dak are on the same page. Let's watch this.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Yeah.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Yeah! Hey! Let's go! Let's go! 7. Let's go.
So I'm just saying, man. I
We
don't
need
think I'm the only
2016
one.
deck.
You say what?
That's 2016 deck right there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he had got his start on that one, didn't he? That was just when he got started, man, and he was lights out. So let's get on into this, man, and let's talk about what's going on, man. So like I said, we're 4 days away till kickoff, and I'm excited. I think everybody on the panel is excited. It's been a long. Well, I don't know, guys. See, like it came around a lot faster. I don't know. What do you think, Rue? It seemed like it came around a little faster. You think, or
Hell no, this thing always drags on. This always takes forever. This is the longest week of my life. And we get to open up with, like, we were so close to the season, and it's like, bam, Travis Kelce gets whatever Thursday, and it's like, man, it just kind of throws a whole little over their season. And then you're just waiting, itching to get to the day, because all I want is just to get through it clean, all good, no, all gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
Let me just get there and everything will be fine. And I mean, we're already getting news that, we got some things that we need to talk about, but man, hell no, I don't feel like it's getting here fast. It is dragging. This is the longest day of my life. I can't wait till tomorrow. And it's not even my team tomorrow. I just want to watch football.
So watch the football.
Take the Lions 6.5. Bro. Take the Lions 6.5.
The great thing and
I got Lions money line.
The great thing and the sad thing about having the Sunday night game, right? Don't get it wrong. Like, we're anticipating, but for the first time ever, you want the weekend to get through to get to the last part of Sunday.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, you got to go to work on Monday. So, hey, who knows how we're going to go, but let's get this road on the show.
Yeah, the road on the show. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Yes, so how you feeling about this, Chris? We're 4 days away. Are you pretty excited, brother? Or how you feeling?
Well, the big fella tomorrow morning about 5 o'clock will be at the Denver airport heading east to Dallas, because there's only one place that the big fella can watch the game, and that's in his man cave. You know what I'm saying? Because I've already put the call out. Anybody want to experience some real cowboyness, they can join me in the cave Sunday night. Whoever's in town, come on, join me. If you ain't hit the wall yet, come hit the wall. The big fella live in Denton, but his home is in the DF Dub. Okay, so I'm excited. I am so excited, G. I've been trying to, I'm in this little bitty apartment. I'm just like, okay, what am I going to do today? And I was like, I started going through my cowboy videos. Then I started doing research. I do another podcast or two. But I was like, this shit just ain't cutting it for me. When the hell is Sunday getting here? When is it coming, bro? I mean, I hadn't been excited for this game in so long, man, just because our expectations of the Cowboys this year is through the roof. Okay, I don't need to say that famous word that happens in February. We all know what our goal is. Okay, absolutely. But we got to start one place. In our second home, maybe our third home. I think it may be our fourth home. We got houses all over America. Especially since we 13. I'm sorry. Let me apologize. Let me make sure this is correct. Especially since we 16-4 against the Giants. Okay, since 2013.
That's the decade took everything.
Hold on. I don't want to bring up old shit, but I just got to remind Giants fans, fucking 16-4, since 2013, and I keep reminding them, hey man, you can't do shit till you beat the man, and you haven't beat the man in a very long damn time. So that's why I'm really excited, G. I hate bringing up old shit, but you know what the big fella do, y'all? He keep receipts.
Keep them receipts, brother.
Like prime time, boy.
Yeah. And with that said, man, let's go ahead and get into this injury report, man, because we are still have some upcoming news, man. As it's been told, Mike McCarthy says that Tyler Smith and Donovan Wilson will not practice today, and will instead work off to the side with Britt Brown, which I think that's the strength and conditioning coach or the rehab coach or whatever. He said, I think both are in similar categories. They'll work with Britt today, and the goal will be to get them in practice by the end of the week. This was reported today at 11 o'clock this morning. So yeah, that's where we are as far as our injury report, man. Tyler Smith. Well, matter of fact, let me go back to it real quick. Undertale is that's told that Donovan Wilson suffered a calf injury at the beginning of training camp, and Tyler Smith is the new arrival on the injury list as he suffered a hamstring strain on Monday. So it said hamstrings can be tenuous things, so hopefully it's not the sort of injury where it lingers, and that's so true, man. That's just oh man, it's unfortunate all the way up to this time, but right before the game, and he pulls a hamstring some kind of way. So, yeah. So hopefully he plays, but if not, I'm sure. I guess we'll slide somebody in there. I guess, guys. What do you think? What do you think, Mikey?
Well, from reports, when it comes to Tyler Smith, they're talking about Jimmy Udoga. He is the veteran backup. Um, Personally, I like to see Basson. I like Basson, his meanness, what he did as a rookie, the moxie he has as an unsigned rookie, and him making this squad. But the way our coaching staff wants to handle it, they want a veteran there. Dexter Lawrence is right in front of him. Guys like Dexter Lawrence and who's it? Man, I'm blanking out right now. The other kid from Oregon, um, they got a mean passer, so they want a veteran to handle the moment. And I like personally, I like Bass, and I would like to see Bass and have the maturation of him and trial by fire, and have him get in there and knock some heads. As far with Donovan Wilson, we talked about it last week, and we talked about it when we were talking about our cuts. Our safety room is deep. Our DB room is deep. We have people that could fill in the spots. We don't want this calf strain because the calf is tricky. The calf could lead to an Achilles, and then once the Achilles is done, he's done, and we don't want that for somebody like Donovan Wilson, especially a kid that just signed a new contract and a thumper that we're gonna need. So we have the luxury. We got those rich people problems, y'all. Those rich people problems inside that safety room. Like I said, I want to see Bass in there, but we do have the luxury of having our safety room deep.
Yeah. So from one lineman to the next lineman, the big fella. So how are you feeling about this? I mean, does is this a big concern to you as far as this hamstring with and that when Jerry Jones is throwing it out there? Well, I expect him to play, but evidently he has never pulled a hamstring like Cowboy Corners said. So how you feeling about this, man?
You're
Big fella's muted.
Big fella.
Give me a
He
second.
done touched too many buttons.
I've touched too many buttons. Hold on. Go
We
to
can hear you.
Okay, Rue, what do you think? We'll go to Rue. Rue, how you feel? Is this a major concern, or do
I
we
mean,
have?
yes, because like to Mikey's point, and I had to pull up their depth chart because I'd be lying to you if I told you I knew every single Giants player because I don't. But it's Kayvon Thibodeau. Kayvon Thibodeau. Their defensive line is definitely a threat. Their defensive line is something that needs to be recognized, and it's definitely not something to take lightly. And to be completely honest, when it comes to the coaching staff of the Giants, I feel like I give them the nod over ours just because Brian Daboll, I'm pretty sure he just won Coach of the Year, and you have to commend what he did to that team last season, doing what he did and accomplishing what they did and being able to move forward. Aside from all that, I'm always gonna be worried when one of your best offensive linemen, is lingering with a hamstring injury. I mean, it takes away his ability to just plant in, set his feet, and he's gonna have a nice pass rush coming up against him with this New York Giants defensive line that's definitely not to be taken lightly. So they definitely have weapons up front, and without him in the lineup, it's obviously a concern. I do hope to see him play, but it's obviously the biggest thing is like, let's not put him in a position where it's like it's going to cost me more than just one game, where I could just let him rest this one game and let's worry about next week and let him recover or do what he needs to do, because he's too crucial to lose for multiple games. That's just my opinion, especially when it comes to Tyler Smith.
I totally agree. And it is a concern. Rue, I mean, 21. So I see you laid back, kick back, and chill mode. You know, he's so cool like that. How you feeling about this situation, man?
Hey, we always chilling, we always lay back. So it's a big concern. It's a big concern, just like Ru said. And if you think about it, and in the, I want to say, I guess, in the workout mode, I guess, your hamstring, you pull your hamstring, and it kind of weakens your knees a little bit. So it's definitely a concern. We want to get it right. It's
Right.
this is our one of our, this is a number one draft pick from last year. So we need him on that line. We talked a lot about the whole having that offensive line chemistry throughout the year, and so you kind of see, like, and here we go again. So it's definitely a concern. Would I like him to play? Yes, but then I'm with Ru on some. If we can kind of avoid him playing and just make sure we get him right for the foreseeable future, then I'm with it. But definitely want to come out swinging. So I would love to have him in that lineup, but I think it is a concern for sure.
It's possible. We just don't know the severity of it, but it is possible. You're right. Big fella, you ready?
I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
Technical difficulties. All right.
Yeah, basically, man, for me, hamstring injuries are basically the only way you can really fix them is treatment and rest. Okay.
Right.
So I really think this is just going to be a game time decision. And if he doesn't play, I understand, because I need him the whole season. I don't need him for just the Giants game. I need him for the entire season, and that's what's going to help the Cowboys out. So, right now, man, just give. He's a young guy. He'll heal fast, but I don't want to rush him, okay? Because the way that kid played last year, man, as a rookie playing on that weak side at tackle, man, he proved to me he can play ball. Okay, so knowing that he can play some ball, man, just get that man some rest. And if it's a game time, if he ready to rock, if he 100%, hey, let's play him. If he 95, sit him, because I need him.
Yeah, yeah, and it's going to be a big test this Sunday.
And that's another luxury. We have till the end of the day on Sunday to really rest him. So if anything worked out, that worked out. But I would not want to rush anything. Soft tissue things are really tricky, and we have a great team to compensate. This is how we're going to build the continuity in our line anyway. Who's the dog that wants to come out? Just like with our secondaries, we got to play our players. And if these players show up and show out, then they solidify themselves. Who wants to be the next Zach Martin? Who wants to be the next spark plug that we could rely on and depend on? Not a patchwork job, but a solid foundation, especially in the offensive line. And that goes, if that is, then it goes on to the offensive coach and on Mike McCarthy as the new play caller to scheme up two-step drops, quick passes, getting that in. So we're going to see if this turns out that they don't play real quick, what the difference is between Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy and this whole hub we've been talking about all off season about the new play call.
Facts. I agree with you. Give it up. Give it up for that comment. That was great. Also, well, one position that we don't have to worry about anymore, guys, it's been solidified and it's written in stone now. Terrence Steele. We don't have to worry about Terrence Steele anymore, man. Terrence Steele reaches a deal, baby. Woo, man. This is how you get paid overnight, man. This guy has signed a 5-year deal for $85.6 million. Come on, man. So, big fella, we're gonna start with you first. This is
Thank you.
Make sure you keep your mic on.
say, man. I was so excited for Terrence Steele, and this is the reason why. Because you saw that first year when he played for the Cowboys in mop-up duty, and he absolutely sucked.
He did.
He sucked. And that man went out and busted his ass and got better. He worked his ass off to get better, and he got paid for what he did. Okay, we saw the difference in the Cowboys' offensive line as soon as Terrence went down. I think Rue didn't our offensive line rush average go down damn near a whole yard when when Terrence Steele got hurt. So if that's telling you something, okay, he's a good run blocker. Ain't nobody getting the Dak on his side, man. His footwork has been wonderful. He got stronger because in the NFL, if you're a weak offensive lineman, you're going to get run over. And you saw that in the first year of Terrence Steele, the first couple of years. And this kid, man, went out, got stronger. He went to the offensive line guru, worked on his technique, and now the man is paid. I am excited. So excited that Terrence Steele got his money. Cowboy fans, man, we're almost completely set on this offensive line. Hey, I'm a new fan of Tyler Badass for the push around the world.
Yeah.
Ever since then, I'm good at center now. Now all I need, man. now all I need is for Tyron. If he gonna play, I need Tyron to play every damn game. And he ain't healthy, man. The Cowboys, that should be their number one pick next year, is a left tackle.
Yeah, for sure. That's what's up. Rue, how you feeling about this deal, man? I mean, we don't have to worry about the right tackle anymore, man. Are we excited? A former Texas Tech football player. How about that? I'm gonna give it up.
Yeah, how about that?
You had to make sure you threw that in there.
That was a shot at you, Rue.
If I'm not mistaken, if I'm being truthful with myself, he's probably taking the place of my Longhorn that was on this line previously. So it is what it is, I guess.
Ooh.
But if anybody gonna bring it up, it might as well be me. All I got to say about that, man, I congratulations. Hell yeah. It definitely solidifies the right side of this line. Chris, you're absolutely right. We definitely look different in the run game when Terrence Steele went down, and just shuffling guys around, just trying to fill that void on that right side that he definitely feels. And it's just like, hey, it's nice to have him here. I just, I wish for the health, because I mean, obviously there is the concern just because of what happened last season, but it looks like he's back and he's strong. So I just hope that, everything just recovers the way it needs to, and he just ends up, being on, he's going to be a Cowboy for life, holding down the right side of this O-line, and he'll take us all the way to where we need to go.
That's what's up. Yeah, I agree with you. So, he's has solidified the spot, man, and which is a great news. And we're gonna talk about that. We got to talk about our nemesis, Nick Bosa. Damn, Nick Bosa held out. He stand 10 toes down for his contract. So it's been told that Nick Bosa got a 5-year deal for $170 million with $122 million guaranteed. What's up, Awesomeness Sport is in the house. So, Mikey, we got Nick Bosa.
Oh man! Well, we're waiting for this domino to fall because it obviously has big ramifications on what we're gonna do as far as our war daddy. Our war daddy. Remember, we were looking for a war daddy years ago when we drafted Taco Charlton. Now we really got a real war daddy, which is Double Sticks Micah Parsons. So what happens with Nick Bosa has a lot of ramifications. And what did he average? 35 to 38 million a year. That's quarterback money. Wow. Again, that's quarterback. That's what Dak Prescott's probably getting this year, not that 75 that he's getting next year. That's just another whole can of words for another show. But that does have ramifications. So getting the Steele deal done, getting Trayvon done, getting Zach Martin redone. Anybody that's coming to the plate is getting you not top dollar, but Steve and Will and even Jerry is working with these players, and they're getting their money structuring around because Jerry has said it. I don't think he's ever said it, but he has said it knowing that we got to pay the lion that's hungry, the cage lion that we have that's hungry. And to elaborate on the Steele contract, it's very telling for them to give him money. It's very telling that he is healthy. If he wasn't healthy, if there was a concern, they wouldn't have gave him his payday or given his money. So it's very telling, and has me very excited. Very excited. Rue, I noticed your hat. Did you hear that Altuve hit another home run?
Damn, Rue, why everybody coming for you today, Rue?
Hey, that's all right. I mean, hey, I'm literally watching it as we're doing this. Like, I'd be lying to. I turn around and I gotta live with it. And my dog is barking at something. Hey.
Yeah. Hey, Armando, I heard your ass, Armando. Rapping for who?
Rapping for who?
Rapping for who?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, y'all could get on other shows, but you will never get the chemistry you get on this show. This is America's Team Podcast. Cowboy Nation.
And he throws in big words. I'm just like, oh shit, okay. I gotta make sure I got Webster next to me because
you say a rapper.
Hey, dude, I was live with Emmanuel Lewis the other day, but I was live with Emmanuel Lewis the other day on TikTok. It was awesome.
So Armando, how you feeling about this, man? What does this say for us when we know that Nick Bosa? And I really think I don't care what they say; they can say what they want to say, but they can say that Nick Bosa was defensive player. And you know, our guy is totally pissed behind that because he got 68 tackles at linebacker position. That's just linebacker position, not counting what he did at the defensive end. Yeah. So, you know, he's pissed. So, what does this say for the Lions?
You know, I this is one of those times where you wish you could be a fly on the wall and just kind of see Michael's reaction when he saw that what Bosa got. you know, this man probably like, okay, if this guy got what he's got and he hasn't proven it, wait till I get mine. So I'm excited. Obviously we've been seeing the Cowboys. Right now it feels like they're all in. And just like Mikey said, we have that war daddy in the room now. So he's up next. Stephen Jones has talked about it. Jerry Jones has talked about it. And I mean, they saw the number come out today, so I'm pretty sure they're well aware of, what the line is gonna want, But I'm also kind of like excited because Micah's like, okay, if I step it up and I get this ring, that money might double, So it's a good and it's a bad, just we'll see how it plays out when his turn is due, and I'm just hoping it gets done because that's a generational player, and obviously we want him on them Cowboys.
So, and I agree with you because again, man, I think I was glad you brought this comment up because we're gonna get into it, but I really feel that Michael is gonna ball his balls off this year because he knows he's better than Bosa. And like I said, he got 68 tackles at linebacker, So, and I forget what he did at the defensive end, but they gave him this guy's a multi-player. So,
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, he's gonna ball out this year, and I'm sure he got something to prove this year. So,
I wouldn't be surprised because a lot of his running back highlights have been coming out. So I wouldn't.
Dude, I was gonna say that.
I see that Swiss Army knife come out in the offense.
I was gonna say that they already made a football life for this kid. Yeah. A football life. He's in his third season, and dude, I wouldn't be surprised if he rushes for a touchdown. If Refrigerator Perry got a touchdown in the Super Bowl, and not the late great Walter Payton, I wouldn't doubt in a short yardage situation. I would hand the ball to Michael Parsons. I swear, dude, it's in the air. You touch right, like Mondo, like dude.
So listen, you man, it's there. I feel like the writing's on the wall. We've been seeing all these clips of Micah, destroying his high schools. So Mike McCarthy talked about it. Obviously, he said no. He kind of joked around with it, but it's there. The writing's on the wall. I wouldn't be surprised if we get like 1 yard, instead of a quarterback sneak.
No.
It's a joke prediction, man. It's cool, man.
So let's look at this comment because man, I got a video. But listen, guys, this video is something to what he's saying.
Gary got a video.
I got a video. Hey man, I saw that. What was that y'all put in our little group? That little
I like to watch.
that projector. What was that
We
you
had the
got?
little overhead.
That overhead, that old school overhead. So Gary always got a
You got
video.
that
I
little
know,
thing at
man.
top where it opens up like that.
I like to watch. I like to watch.
So Cowboy Corner say they have to pay Parsons, Lamb, and extend Dak. Someone ain't getting their money with the Cowboys. I hope Dak is the odd man out. That's all. Hold that thought, big fella.
Yeah.
It's something that he said that because now let's just go into the conspiracy theory era right now. Let's just look at this video. I want y'all to look at this, and I'm gonna try to push it kind of fast, but I want y'all to look at this and see what this guy said. Of course, he comes from you'll see.
Oh God, I can't stand this motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord.
Hold on.
Here we go.
So let's just that's not the one I want. Here we go. Just check it out. That's what he has to say. Let's talk about this.
What are they doing? What's the game plan for Jerry? And one of the smart producers in the meeting said, well, Jerry, he turns 81 this year. He's over 25 years, hasn't been to a conference championship game. And, this isn't, I don't think too incendiary of a take, but I went and looked up Dak's contract. And wouldn't you know it, there's an out after this season in Dak's contract. And I think I've said this before, guys. Again, I'm not bashing Dak Prescott. But if you are Jerry Jones and you look at the Cowboys and you look at the landscape of the NFL, I don't have Mahomes. I don't have Josh Allen. I don't have Joe Burrow. I got Dak Prescott. I'm paying him a lot of money and he's not delivering. Why can't I try the route that the 49ers are going? I'm going to build an awesome defense, impenetrable. I'm going to put great pieces around a quarterback that's on the rookie deal or a marginal contract like Garoppolo. He was not one of the highest paid when they went to the Super Bowl a few years ago. And I'm going to go that route. I'm not going to pay my quarterback because I don't have a star. I don't have an Aaron Rodgers. Dak's not Mahomes. Some people want to put him top 10 quarterback in the league. I don't know. I'm not doing that. Like, is he better than Kirk Cousins? I think it's a fair question. But the point is, Jerry Jones has options. What if I go the 49ers route? What if I build a stacked defense? They just added the cornerback Gilmore. By many accounts online, you look at the numbers, Dallas has a top 3 defense, arguably number 1. 3 of their 4 draft picks this year on a team where the Cowboys had a good defense already. The offense had the questions. 3 of the first 4 draft picks were defensive guys. Like, they're going to be stacked defensively. They're going to shut some people down. I got a fantasy draft later today for my 12-year-old son. He's already looking at the Cowboy defense. I'm telling him, no. The schedule is tough. Avoid them. Public service announcement. But I do think this Dallas...
Wrap it up.
Let's remove...
So, listen.
Dude.
Listen. So... Dallas Cowboy Chris.
Well, first of all, that was brought to you by Fox Sports and the Colin Cowherd, so we don't get sued.
Exactly, it was. You better believe it. We would exactly. That was who that was reported by.
Did anybody else notice that dude just brought up like 4 quarterbacks that all play in the AFC? True. Every quarterback that he mentioned, none of them are in our division. Not a one.
So I did not know Dak had a way out of his contract. Were y'all aware?
Well, it's in there deliberately. Oh, gee, we knew this hit was gonna come. Gee, they're not stupid. They're not dumb. They gave him all his guaranteed money after the negotiation in good faith. Good faith that it would come back around. And it would come back around and he'd return that good faith and do a Brady-like team friendly where you could build around him. And then at the same time, they got their insurance policy, which is Trey Lance. If his agent wants to play hardball, they got something to leverage against. But they did this very deliberately. He got his guaranteed money. Dak is paid. And he got paid substantially. And then this just flips him around. And it could, all right, say he throws 38 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. He goes to the Super Bowl. He's the Super Bowl MVP, has an MVP season. Then he can leverage even harder. harder, and he could get paid his money.
Mhm.
This out was in good faith, so they could renegotiate, knowing this $65 million cap hit was gonna hit. He says it like, "Oh, we didn't know this. This is real fine." Like, no, they did this shit deliberately. This is not for I guess a layman's dumb Cowboy fan that don't know shit ain't gonna know this, but we know better, and we're gonna take that bait and get into this fodder of this bullshit of if you don't know, now you know, and he ain't gonna hold us hostage. This is the season, though. He needs to show out, and if he don't show out with this roster and with everything that we have now, then they got leverage to come and hit the road. And if he has a good season, then if he wants to continue it, let Micah get paid. Let's go forward. But let's play. Let's go.
So, big fella, with all that's on the table with Michael Parsons, with CeeDee Lamb, and the extension of Dak, what do you take of that video that was reported by Fox?
Well, first of all, we all know the whole offseason, every national show has been dogging out Dak Prescott about his interceptions. Now all of a sudden it's about his money. This is what the fourth person that brung this up about Dak's money all of a sudden. I'm gonna put it like this. I'm not going to acknowledge these asinine rhetorics that Dak Prescott won't be the quarterback for the Cowboys. At least for the rhetoric that Dak Prescott won't be the Cowboys quarterback for at least the next 5 years. He is going to be the quarterback. I can't stand when people say we need to get rid of him and Kirk Cousins is all of a sudden the Mendoza line for Dak Prescott. Either he's over it or under it.
Yeah,
it's bullshit.
Preach.
It's bullshit. Because number one,
Preach.
Dak Prescott is an elite quarterback, whether you freaking like it or not. I'm sorry, G. I was about to say fucking. Oh, I did say fucking. Whether you fucking like it or not. Okay. He is an elite quarterback. He is, to me, a top 7, the top 10. He's a top 7 quarterback. You name in the NFC who's a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. If you say that Jalen Hurts bullshit, last year they was trying to get rid of his ass until they built the whole team around him. Then all of a sudden he's better than Dak Prescott. That's bullshit. Okay, it is nobody in the NFC that's better than Dak Prescott at quarterback. And you damn Cowboy fans who think we're gonna get rid of him because we got Trey Lance, you full of shit.
Only too. 5 of them are elite. So, only 5 of them are.
Let me tell you, Dak Prescott is your starting quarterback for the Cowboys for at least the next 5 years. Get used to it. Okay, if you don't like it, it's 31 other fucking teams you can cheer for. I'm done.
Is Aaron Rodgers elite, Cowboy corner? Is Aaron Rodgers elite? He has as much Super Bowl rings as Trent Dilfer and Brad fucking Johnson. I don't hear that fucking bullshit. And there's only like 3 elite quarterbacks in the damn league, and ours is top 7. Stop throwing dirt on this dude already. Damn, let's talk about the Giants. I'm tired of this shit.
Well, it's just conversation. Let's not go on. I knew that was going to ruffle some feathers. Let's give it up. Hey, I think we got him, Mondo. I think we. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. That Rue's saying something, but his mic is muted. Come on back, Rue.
My only thing is I just want to answer this question because it's a very easy question to answer. You're asking me who we got to sign, Lamb, Micah, or Dak. My question to you is, why do you think we have to pick one? The extension, the whole point of the extension is to make room in the cap. He's going to get a giant bonus when he gets the extension. It's going to be less of a cap hit. They're going to bump that money on down the road because they're going to figure out the cap. We have Stephen Jones, probably the stingiest dude in the entire NFL, working our cap. I think we're going to be all right.
He didn't want to get Dion.
What? Dion? I mean, we can talk about Dion. I'm not sure what
No, he didn't want to get Dion. No, just go.
Oh, no, I got you. want to get, but they got him and they got another one out of it, so you can't be mad. But all I can say, man, it's one of those situations where it's like, dude, I really don't have to choose. The extension is built to be able to make the room to be able to sign both of these guys. That's the whole point of the extension. I'm in agreement in some areas of what you're trying to get at, but what you're trying to get at, I don't agree is going to happen, because I believe what I believe. I'm on record. It's going to be a 4,000-yard year, 30 plus touchdowns, less than 10 interceptions. That's what I expect out of that quarterback. That's what I expect out of my guy after 4 long years of whatever we've been through, to now be sitting here with a completely clean off season with good receivers, with a good team, with a great defense, with a well-built like system, with a good plan in place. And everybody's trying to convince me that it's all going to fail when it's been going good for the last 2 years. And it's been going good in spite of everything that's been going on around it, in spite of all the injuries, in spite of all the poor game planning, in spite of all the poor play calling. It's still been good. 24 wins in the last 2 years. But now that everything's going great and everybody's telling you that we're shit, you believe it? You watch this every week. How can you be confused? How can you be like, how can you fall for this? It's a scam. We're going to be fine. Like, am I concerned about things? Sure. Am I concerned about the strength of the schedule? Absolutely. Am I concerned about the cohesiveness of the O-line? Absolutely. But these are concerns that every single NFL team has. I believe that the system is going to work. I believe that this offense is going to make those defenses make decisions. And I believe that my quarterback just made it look like Monday night or Madden against the Raiders just a couple weeks ago. It's like we all forgot. Can we just get past this and just talk about the Giants? I feel like I talked about the damn Dak Prescott all day yesterday. And I don't feel like having to convince everybody that this man is going to lead us to where we need to be. The division is wide open. Open your eyes.
I turned off that show, bro. I did. I turned off that show. I was like, we got to play the Giants, and we're talking about fucking Dak, and we're doing this shit now. That's what I get for talking shit under my breath.
It's right in front of you. It's right in front of you. We're going to learn a lot. We're going to learn a lot on Sunday night, because I can't wait. I can't wait for like the dumb day that it's going to be. And the thing is, it's not going to be anything crazy, like 250, 225, 2 tubs, clean day, 125, 130 on the ground, chill, relax, screens here and there. It's just going to be relaxed.
It's going to be lovely.
It's going to be fun.
It's so hilarious, man. Well, I knew, I looked at that video. I said, I'm going to play this video because I know it's going to ruffle some feathers. And then here come Cowboy Corner with the same type of comment. I said, let me put this out here. So we got, and I mean, Miss Eunice, I hope you're not on here tonight, because your son dropped the F-bomb by 15 times.
Sorry, Miss Eunice.
I wrote it down. Let's see.
If Cowboy Corner, if Cowboy
7, 8,
Corner,
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 times F-bombs. Shame on you. Miss Eunice, he did it. He did it.
If Cowboy Corner is ready for this smoke today,
we're not gonna Cowboy Corner.
No, not today. Look, for the first time, I'm praying for Sneaky G. What the fuck is Sneaky right now?
We're gonna move on.
Let's talk about the Giants, man.
No, he's on a date. He's on a date with his lady. I called him. He's on a date.
I'm gonna Belichick this thing, man. We are on to the Giants.
So here we are, sir. Hey, here it is, guys. We are getting ready to head up to MetLife Stadium. Kickoff is 7:20 Central Time. It will be shown on NBC. Now the forecast is showing rain showers at 75 degrees, so it might be a lot of rain. So
football weather.
Yeah, football weather. I mean, they probably have a darn sprinkler system in back. And he don't tell them what the Giants got going on back there, but they praying for rain right now. What you say, Mondo?
They gonna turn the sprinklers on?
Yeah, they're gonna turn the sprinklers on us, man. Whatever they can do.
They're gonna treat their own quarterback again.
But here we are, guys. We are actually getting ready to start the season Sunday night at 7:20. Man, I'm so excited. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm calling in for Monday. I will not be at work on Monday. It's not gonna happen. I'm taking that vacation and get paid for it. How about that? Give it up. So we know this is going down. So let's go into the O line versus D line. Let's go by these positions, and let's talk about this. Well, let's start with the big fella. Big fella.
Yes.
Our O line versus their D line. What are you looking for? What is who wins that battle, or what is going to take for us to win that battle? Because we know that New York has a stout defensive line, and we can't sugarcoat it. It is what it is. They got a stout defensive line.
I can only go by past history, so I'm gonna go off of last year. Their defensive line couldn't get to Dak Prescott. They couldn't get to him, so that's a bonus for us. Because that's the only way the Giants is going to win this game if they get Dak Prescott to the ground. Okay, if Thibodeau can get there, he didn't get there last year, so I don't see how he's going to get there this year. They got to come up with some exotic blitzes just so they can cover up for their rookies in that secondary. Because with our receiving core and then our running backs out the backfield, I don't think their secondary or linebackers can compete with the Dallas Cowboys offense. I think it's a mismatch for the Cowboys, and the Cowboys should take advantage of it because the only good part of the Giants defense is their defensive line, but they hadn't penetrated the Cowboys offensive line yet. So I'm not concerned about their defensive line. If they did make a few plays, okay, that's cool. That's football. But the Cowboys got to keep Dak upright. If Dak is upright, he's going to complete passes probably 75% or better. And, hey, Tony just need a little bitty hole. And I think the Cowboys got something special for I will not call him a fucking Pomeranian, but number 42. No, I think 42 got something special for him on Sunday night.
Well,
we do know this before you go, Mikey. So they do run a 3-4. They got A'Shawn Robinson, our very own Fort Worth product, A'Shawn Robinson out of Arlington Heights, come from Alabama. But they run this the 3-4 front with A'Shawn Robinson, Dexter Lawrence, and Leonard Williams. Their linebackers is the Kayvon Thibodeau, Bobby Cook, and Michael McFadden, and Aziz Ajularari. And then they got their cornerback. So they run this 3-4. So Mikey, what are we thinking? What is it going to take?
Well, I think you're mistaken a little bit, Chris. On the first game, Kayvon Thibodeau was hurt and he didn't smell Dak Prescott. But in the last game, Dak Prescott got hit 5 times by Kayvon Thibodeau. So the newly contracted Terrence Steele has a lot to work for. He did touch Dak Prescott 5 times. It's kind of weary about Leonard Williams. He's a USC product. He used to play with the Jets, and he causes problems, especially if we don't have Tyler Smith in there. Those are the little things that could be a problem. The cracks in their defense, I know you were talking about O-line, D-line, is their cornerbacks are both rookies. One's a second rounder and one's a sixth rounder. So
we're still on O-line.
Yeah, all right. But as far Williams is formidable, Dexter Lawrence is a Pro Bowler. Thibodeau, like I said, gave Terrence Steele problems last time they played each other. He hit Dak Prescott 5 times.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this segment. Bring us back, moderator, if you don't mind. I want to use this segment for our big fellas. So now that I asked you about that, so what about our D line versus their O line, big fella? And I'm gonna get the secondary with Rue and Armando. So let's go this route right now. So okay, so our D line versus their O line. What do you think? I mean, again, you can refer back to history. Yeah, I got you. So what do you think? It repeats itself?
Yeah, well, I keep saying that it's a bad matchup for the Giants. Okay, I just think the team is completely better because I think our defensive line is deeper than their offensive line. You know, their offensive line struggled a lot. That's why Daniel Jones ran so much. Okay, people think just because he's a running quarterback, no, he was running for his damn life. That's what he was doing. And I don't care what you say. Michael Parsons is a defensive end. They got to match up to him, and I don't think their tackles can match up to number 11. Okay. Also with Sam on the other side and Fowler, all those people, man, the rush ends. And then you forget last year, Lawrence had 3 sacks in the game. Okay. He had 3
Breach.
sacks. So, hey, man, our defensive line is just better than their offensive line.
Got you. Okay, so let's move on. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mikey. What do you think about that?
No, I'm doubling down with Chris, and it's the strongest position group that we have on the team. Period. Our rotation is solidified. Sam Williams is going into his second year with gusto, with a lot of proof, with a lot of mending of football fences that he did in his personal life. We don't talk. We haven't talked about Mozzie. Hankins is in there. Hankins and Mozzie with the rotation of Osa and Milk Carton, Dorrance Armstrong. We haven't heard nothing from Dorrance Armstrong, and maybe that's a good thing. And not to mention Tank. Tank has a field day all the time with the Giants. We eat them alive. And that's just a mismatch. We've got to give credit to the way the New York Giants have been drafting. They got 2 solid tackles and a brand new center, a center that could hit. If their center hits, they got 3 out of the 5. And you know what 3 out of 5 linemen could do. We're a product of that 2014 to 2016 where we had that. But as far as now, we're greater than by far.
That's what's up. So, and I agree. And like Chris said, you can't go back to history, but I'm sure they done added some new schemes and everything to prepare for our defense. And Mike McCarthy said it best that, he said that, he thinks that they know that we are a pass rushing team. So what their objective is to do is try to run the ball. So, and I agree with that. They know they fear throwing the ball against us. So again, they're going to try to test our run stop game. So moving on.
You guys mind if are they natural grass or are they turf?
That's turf.
Turf.
Yeah.
Turf.
They share fields with the Jets. So yeah, it's a turf. Nice stadium, but yeah, it's turf. So with that being said, so Rue, let's talk about this secondary versus the receivers. Let's talk about the New York Giants secondary versus our receivers, and what do you see in that matchup?
So the secondary for the Giants is extremely young. I don't have their roster in front of me, but from everything that we saw last season, there isn't really a recognizable guy in the bunch. They're gonna really need to rely on their pass rush and their run stopping ability to be able to take advantage of the secondary. Now, last season, both of these games were relatively close in terms of how the final score ended up. If I'm not mistaken, the first game last year was actually Cooper Rush, and then the second game was Dak, if I remember right.
Thanksgiving.
For the games, but both of them ended up being pretty damn close. But really, my concerns are not in the secondary. I feel like our secondary definitely trumps theirs. Their secondary definitely got better on the offensive side. Defensively, they're extremely young. There's a lot of question marks all over the field on their secondary side. But when it comes to their weapons, they definitely improved. I mean, you picked up Darren Waller. Jalen Hyatt looks like he could be a nice little speedster for them, be able to stretch the field for them. We'll see how that guy ends up. And I can't sleep on Darius Slayton, man. Darius Slayton's not a bad receiver. I mean, he's not CeeDee Lamb, but he's not a like overlookable guy, because he can definitely hurt you downfield, and he's got strong hands, and he's a big guy. So I mean, it's one of those deals where it's like, I definitely. Our secondary definitely trumps theirs in almost every aspect of what you're looking at. I mean, when you're looking at the other side of the field, you got Trayvon Diggs, Stephon Gilmore. Even if Donovan's out, you got Jaron Kearse back there. You got McQuamu on the other side of it. I mean, the comparison's really just not there. But there's a lot of question marks with the Giants because that team is relatively young. We had some question marks, a couple seasons ago when it came to our own secondary like this. So I mean, it just kind of depends on what they're building over there. Because I have to question everything that comes out of Daboll's camp. Because I gotta say, I gotta respect what that dude's doing, and I will look at it like, hey, they're just young. We got to see what happens, because there's not really, when it comes to where we're at right now, we trump them in every aspect of it.
Yeah, I agree. Mondo, what do you think about this receiver versus the secondary on both sides? We're looking at it from our offense and their defense versus our offense. What do you think?
I mean, just like Bruce said, I mean, they don't have that noticeable defense like we have, So
right.
I think it's we're better than them in that aspect as far as our receiving core. Mikey, Mikey said it earlier. They got rookies, and they got to deal with with rookie mistakes. So our offense I think is going to be too explosive for them, especially for that secondary. We forget about our tight ends. So it's definitely going to be. I think it's going to be a field day for Dak, especially cutting down that defense. So it's just I don't see them. I think the best matchup is that defensive line and the O line, because that secondary, I don't see it.
Yeah, and go ahead.
Just
go
real
ahead,
quick,
bro.
I was just gonna say, if I had to question anything about the attack, what I'm really curious how it's gonna end up looking on the field when we finally start to play. I want to see that connection between Dak and Jake Ferguson. Dak relies on his tight end immensely. I want to know what that relationship and what that dynamic is going to be like, because we saw flashes from Jake Ferguson last year. Yep. We saw some wow in that man last year. So it was just like, there's a reason they let Dalton go, because Dalton, no matter what your opinion is of Dalton, Dalton is a serviceable tight end in this league, and they are hard to come by. Guys like Dalton don't just come out of trees. So the fact that they let him go for the likes of Jake Ferguson, Peyton Hendershot, and it's blanking my mind right now.
Lipke.
Let McKeon go. Yeah, Lipke. Yeah, McKeon's gone. Lipke. But it's one of those deals where I'm really that's the one I'm really most curious about. Like, I know we're all excited about Brandon Cooks and his ability to stretch the field, but I want to know how that relationship between him and that tight end spot is, and how these guys' chemistry really. I'm curious what that ends up looking like when it's finally time.
Yeah, I was watching this report earlier on G-Bag Nation. What's his name? The older fella. What's his name? The white-haired guy.
Brian Broaddus.
Brian.
And that's where I got the five hits from Kayvon Thibodeaux. I can't say make it out like I got that from Brian Broaddus.
Yeah,
so I just listened to it.
Yeah, and the credits go to Brian Broaddus, because what he said, that these cornerbacks are rookies, and with this defensive coordinator, he's more going to try to press with his corners because they are big, lean individuals. So they're going to try to press on the line and rely on the inside to bring the pressure. But with that being said, with the other individuals there, I can't think of his name, but what he said, if that's the case, if they're rookies, you have to go at these rookies. You have to test these rookies. You have to rub these rookies. You got. It was also told that they have problems, with the back shoulder catches. So hopefully, if this is true, that Dak will go at these rookies more than one way. Give him different looks, whatever, but go at these rookies and test these rookies and kill their spirits early, and you put up 40 points, So, Brian Broaddus had mentioned that earlier.
And to go with what Chris said, like on the same, on the same sentiment that, Kayvon really didn't show. Like, I didn't remember those 5 hits. Maybe those 5 hits, the only reason I regurgitated what Brian said, because it's good to regurgitate what Brian Broaddus said. But those 5 hits might happen, but they're very underwhelming. Very underwhelming.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I mean, we have to test those rookies. You don't sit there and go away from rookies, see how good the rookies are. I mean, we're talking about 2 rookies on both sides. You have to go after them. So we'll see how that works. I mean, when you got Michael Gallup outside and you got a CD Lamb outside, I'm sure they have some schemes that's going to test
Cook?
these. Yeah, and Cooks. Well, Cooks gonna take the top off in that slot. I'm gonna tell you right now. Any
Yep.
linebacker that lines up over him, I promise you, I see him burning them about 2 times for touchdowns. I'm just calling it right now. Yeah, and it's going to be a post inside, I guarantee you. But I just see it. But with that being said, let's move on to the running backs and linebackers, and let's look at both sides. Big fella, who wins this battle?
This one is more of an even matchup to me. Because on both sides, okay, you can't discount Saquon Barkley. We held him in check majority of that first game, and he had that one 26-yard run for the touchdown that gave him the lead, and we came right back with a backup quarterback, to win the game. But Saquon Barkley, man, you gotta keep him bottled up, okay, including passes out the backfield, everything like that. But this is probably the one area on the Cowboys that I'm concerned with. I still say we should have went and got a veteran linebacker as soon as Overshown got hurt, because
Yeah, I agree.
our linebacker room is just not deep. And I'm concerned. This is probably the only concern on our defense is the linebacker play. And the Cowboys drafted Mozzie, so linebackers can basically flow and make the tackle. I think Adigizua is going to have a wonderful year this year, and Bohanna is gone now, so a lot of beef is missing, from the middle of our line. So we're dependent on our rookie. And we're dependent on the veteran, the head of the table, Leighton Van Der Esch, to make tackles. I don't need him to be flowing after the play. I need him attacking and making the play in the hole. And honestly, on this one, G, I consider this a slight advantage for the Giants for their running backs against our linebackers. But then on the flip side, we have an advantage from our running backs to their linebackers because that's the weakest part of their defense. I think Tony and Deuce are going to make some things happen in the game Sunday night, just because their versatility, running and the pass catching out the backfield.
Chris, I hear what you're saying, but I don't put nothing past Damone Clark and LVE. I really, Saquon Barkley is 0-6.
Yes,
against us.
That's true.
So I can't say that their linebacker core is better now is because we done beat him 6 times. He's 0-6 against us. Now, I would have to.
And you got to respect Daniel Jones as a extension of their running game and how they use it, especially if it's gonna be mucky and rainy, and go with Rue. He has all the respect to the world for Ryan Daboll because he's a good
coach. He's a damn good coach.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
I didn't say that their linebackers was better. I said that our running back situation is better than their linebacker situation. And I said that their running backs are better than our linebackers. Okay. Yeah. Just like you say, Damone Clark, man, he got, he's a starter now. So we got to see a lot from him. Okay. He got on the field late last year when Leighton got hurt. Now he's the man. Okay. We ain't got to worry about, hey, if Jabril gets on the field, well, that was an epic fail for Jabril. So, we just got to see, because we hadn't seen both of them play on the field together. Right.
Yeah.
So did they even play the whole preseason? No. Cowboys didn't play no starters the whole preseason.
No.
So
we don't know what it is yet.
Okay. So
there's an ambiguity to it.
There, we're all just sitting there hoping and wishing that their performance in practice will show on Sunday night. Now, I'm not discounting our linebacker play, G. They are good. They're fast and everything. I just don't believe we're deep as we should be, because I really thought Overshown made that linebacker room deep. And when he got hurt, that's what kind of concerned me, because I was like, I thought the Cowboys would go and get a veteran to take Overshown's place.
And they might will.
Yeah, and I understand where Chris is coming. The ambiguity of what our offense is going to look like. Who's really going to be on the field? What's going to be on tap? Right now, we're comparing paper with paper. we're passionate, so we know what we see with our eyes. You know what I mean? And we could give a clear take with a lot of conviction, but we're just going to what we think, what's on paper. Who knows? Damone Clark could show out and be that run stuffer that Mozzie Smith and Hankins do exactly what they draft Mozzie for and make lanes for these playmaking linebackers to make plays. But since we haven't really seen it, we don't know yet, and you can't really give that real take with conviction. And at the same time, with doing it the other way around, they have a different style of defense. Like their linebackers are rushing linebackers. They're not the same linebackers as us. So it's kind of hard to give that take until we actually see it. And by the time the next matchup is, we'll understand exactly what we're dealing.
So LVE and Damone Clark didn't play together last year?
No.
Yeah, they did.
No.
Yeah, they did.
No.
Yeah, they did.
Well, they didn't play on the field together because
Yes, they did.
No,
LVE
because
wasn't hurt last year.
he did get hurt. That's why Damone Clark got on the field.
No.
He got
But
on the
they
field
played-
against Jacksonville because he wasn't even getting on the field until LVE got hurt, and he started against Jacksonville.
Who started and who was playing next to Damone?
The Anthony Barr.
Anthony Barr.
But LVE
And when LVE
Damone
came
Clark
back,
didn't play
when
together.
LVE came back, Damone went to the bench because there was Anthony Barr out there.
I thought for sure. I saw 33 out there several times. But anyway, okay, yeah. So that's something we have to see. We have to see what happens. So, yeah.
Can't wait to see.
Yeah, for sure. So, where we at? Can we see who all are going to hang when all goes down?
Jack McCarthy. Who?
Okay.
Fun
Anyway.
stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I just want to bring this up. The Giants last year were the only team, one of the only teams, I have it in front of me, that we actually stopped on the run in the second game. We held in the second game with Dak Prescott in the game. We held Barkley to only 39 yards. He had 11 carries for only 39 yards. He had one touchdown in the game. And then and the first game, he only had like 80 yards, but DJ got us for 80 as well. That's why the first game was close against Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
They kept that close with both their legs, like Mikey was talking about.
Yeah, he was converting third downs on us left and right. Yeah.
Yeah. And it kept doing it with DJ. He'd run off with the ball. He'd find the little crease, find the end, and he'd take off and he'd be gone. But I say that to say this because it's like the state of our linebacker core. For me, it's like we just need to see what Damone does, like what Andreas was talking about in the comments. That's what we really need to find out about. What's he going to be like? Is it going to be like Mikey said? Is he going to be able to run those lanes after Mozzie and Hankins are creating the lane? Is he going to be able to stop that stuff? Goal line, backfield. Is that going to go down that way? But we've had this team's number for so long that I can't see us dropping this first game, road or not. We're 9-1.
Can't sleep on them either, Bubba.
Hey, the last time they beat us, it was with the Red Rocket at the helm. That's the last time they beat us.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and we have yet to see what this outcome is going to be. So, with that being said, let's go with some
tear that shit up. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we'll get in that ass. All in that ass.
So, Mondo, what's your prediction, brother? Let's give it up.
34-17. 34-17.
Okay, cool. Mikey, who you got?
Well, like I said, there's a lot of ambiguity of what our offense is going to look like, if it's going to rain or not. I don't give a shit if it's by 20. I don't give a shit if it's by 1. Cowboys for the motherfucking W. Put up beat you, Cowboys.
Ooh-wee. Rue, what you got, brother? Give us your final score.
Give me the under. Give me the Cowboys. 24-17 Cowboys.
Okay. All right. Big fella, what you coming up with? What you got for us?
Cowboys 31, Giants 10.
Yeah! Oh, shit!
Yeah.
We gonna give him that extra field goal.
Yeah.
What's up? Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. What you got for the game?
I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I'm going to go 30-13. That's going to be my final score for the Cowboys. 30-13 Cowboys.
Did you just price this right, Chris? You price this right, Chris. You just price this right.
You crazy.
We'll go $1.
$1, Bob.
I love you. Hey, look it, guys. Before you wrap this up, I want to say something. I love y'all. I love that we get to go into another season of Cowboys football together. I talked to Chris the other day. I'm the one that gets in his feelings. I'm the one that's passionate, but I really do appreciate the brotherhood that is the Cowboys Huddle and what you guys do. And I'll never do something with this that would take love away from like the Cowboys. I left the club scene, all that shit. This enhances this. And I'm glad we go through this together. So here's to another year. Here's to whatever happens, y'all. For real.
That's what's up, Mikey, man. Like I say, man, it all started with one person, and all you guys, we reached out to each other, man, and we brought this thing together, man. And here we are now with over 1,000 subscribers, man, and followers. So, man, we're doing something right. So let's just keep the thing, get the party going now that we're going to start the season. Check us out on every Wednesday. We'll be on here every Wednesday with we'll be going live, and let's keep this thing going. Any final words? Anybody got any final words? Let's get ready to get this thing over with and let these folks get on about their day.
It's finally here, y'all. If y'all can't watch the game, check me out on TikTok. Usually I be,
there it is. There it is.
So check it out. Check us out, y'all.
You already got about 500 million followers, and they ain't looking.
Hey, so no.
More. I'm trying to get to 5 million and 2.
Hey, stay tuned for maybe a post game, pre game. You never know what the huddle. Just stay tuned to your notifications. You never know what G got up his sleeve. Never know.
I'm just trying to create branches, man. I'm just trying to create branches, brother. But hey, I really appreciate all you guys, man. You guys got great content. I appreciate y'all for just your
big fella saying something.
Yeah, come on, big fella, what you got?
Real quick, if anybody in the DF Dub and you want to join us in the cave Sunday night, hit me up.
Beautiful game, by the way, if y'all haven't seen it.
There it is. And the
bring a 12-pack.
Bring a 12-pack.
Big fella's in Denver, so he got me wondering with them shades on right now.
Hey, the smoke alarm went off for some reason, man. Smoke alarm went off for some reason.
There's mama.
Hey,
T's
baby,
home.
they see you coming through the door. They say T's home. She's talking about T's home.
T mama.
All right, y'all. We're not gonna hold you up. Let Chris spend some time with his wife, and all us got to spend time with our wives. So hey, appreciate y'all, man. And like we always say, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So let's make it happen. Dallas Cowboys. Let's get it.
Puro Pichi Cowboys! Woo!